This is when you know you are on your way to healing after workplace abuse. So I just woke up doing my coffee, front porch, as I typically always do every morning, because it centers me and it grounds me. But this morning, I woke up feeling as if I had just lived the real thing. I had a dream, and I woke up to sweating profusely. My heart was racing, my head was pounding, and I felt as if there was a bit of anger, if you will, that I could actually feel. Here's what happened. I had been hired to work at a TV station in Washington, D.C. And I'll just name it because it was one of my favorite channels when I was growing up there, when I was in college, and I would always watch it. It's I think it's still probably the #1 station in D.C., WUSA, Channel 9. So I had just been hired to be an anchoring reporter, and I had been given an assignment. My first day there, so of course I'm excited, everybody is welcoming me, so on and so forth. You know the drill, like, oh, so happy to have you. I was excited. So I'm like living my dream. I had gone out, had gotten back to the station, and I'm trying to put the story together. And at every turn, I could not get any help. I asked the photographer, how do I log tape on this machine? What is the editing process? And out of the blue, he threw me this some kind of metal piece, and says, use this. And I was like, what am I using? Well, why do I need this? So I'm walking around trying to go to the edit booths. I'm trying to figure out how to log my video so that I could give it to the photographer to put together. That didn't work. The story was about people it's very kind of convoluted, but the story was about people in the station that were participating in some kind of a drama. And so I was doing my introductory story on the station about my colleagues. Crazy. I know, it doesn't make any sense. That probably would typically never happen, but whatever. So I'm going around and asking the people who were in the story, the other anchors and reporters, information that I needed to know so that I could include it in the story. And at every turn, everyone was like, I don't know. I can't help you. I don't know. I can't help you. The phrase was, I don't know. I can't help you. I asked at least 6 different people, hey, I need X, Y, and Z. I need this information. I need you to help me. I can't do the story until you give me what I need. And they were all like, I can't help you. That was the phrase, I can't help you. And y'all know what I did. I'm looking at the clock. The clock is counting down. I've got to get this story on because I needed time to go put my makeup on, get ready to showcase it on the air at 5 o'clock, and I didn't have much time. The clock was ticking. And I look up at the clock and it's like 4:35, and I'm thinking, there's no way I'm going to be able to give this to the editor to put together this story. Like, we're not going to make slot. We're not going to make it at the top of the hour, 5 o'clock. And do you know, after the last time someone said to me, I can't help you, y'all know what I did? This is pure goodness. I packed up my stuff, put it back in my bag, grabbed my purse, mosquitoes bit me, grabbed my purse and walked out. I walked by the news director's office, and she's like, where are you going? What are you doing? You're on the air at 5 o'clock. And I said, you know what? I've been asking for help all afternoon, and not one person is giving me what I need. I'm done. And I walked out. I walked out. Like, I just left. I said, I'm not waiting for an answer. I'm not waiting for justification. I'm not waiting for you to let me get it right. I walked out. And so it reminded me of what I did at my former place. I was like, I'm done. I just didn't show up to work the next day. I had my attorney call the company and said, Andrea's never coming back, and I never have stepped foot in that place. It was like a revelation for me this morning that I am that chick. I'm that girl who's going to be like, if it doesn't feel good, I'm out. And I don't waste time anymore. So think of it as you are going through your experience and you're trying to figure out, because you're still healing from it. I get it. It takes a while. But for me, it's been 5 years since June 5th of this year. It's been 5 years since I walked away. It was the day that I found freedom, emotional freedom, mental freedom, and physical freedom from a toxic workplace. But that dream, y'all, was amazing. Again, my heart was pounding because I was trying to get people to help out. I was emotional. I was anxious, trying to make sure that I could make the 5 o'clock slot. And yet, nobody would help me. Nobody would help me. And I immediately said, I'm done. And walked away. Do it in real life, not in a dream. Make sure that as you're moving forward in another place of employment, that you are surrounded by people who truly want you to be a member of the team. And you know that because of their actions. They invite you to the meetings that you're supposed to be part of. They don't ice you out. There's no manipulation, microaggression. Granted, we can't prevent everything from happening, but to a minimum. And you're working with people who are mature enough to be able to have a conversation, to talk about it, and let's change some behaviors. How about that? Because it really is as simple as that. We do have a solution. The problem is people don't want to use the solution because they want to maintain power and control by all means necessary. By all means necessary, you do what you need to do to protect your mental and physical health. If it means you need to walk away, walk away. I'm done.